Hello my beautiful YouTube friends. Today I bring you the Book Lovers survey tag, which was created by RichardVLOGZZZ, and I was tagged by Reading Miss Froggy, so thank you Maud for tagging me. The questions are, do you remember how you developed a love of reading? I think my love of reading is due in part to three main people. My mom and dad, of course, but my older sister is probably one of those huge influences. Now, I didn't really talk about her during my reading story, but she played a big part in my love of reading. She used to be able to read at least one or two books straight through from start to finish every single day. Now, I remember late at night, she would roll over, and if I was having a hard time falling asleep, she'd tell me a bedtime story from one of the books she'd read earlier that day. And I used to be so relaxed by the end of it that I would just drift off to peaceful sleep. Now, one thing I remember in particular is my sister told one story, and the battle was about 2 sentences long. And I said to her, you know, when I get to be your age, I'm going to read that book because I know you're leaving out the good parts. And yeah, sometimes I've found in some books she's recommended that she used to tell me as a child had some good parts that she left out battle scene wise. Now the second question is, where do you usually read? The first is on my bed. First off, nighttime reading. It's comfortable. I have tons of blankets, so if I get cold, I can cover up. I also have some pillows I can move around if I'm sore or stiff from whatever I've done earlier in the day. The second is actually a chair in the living room on the main floor of our house. I live at home still, which is great, and usually there are times in the evening when it's really quiet, there's no one on the main floor, and I can just get really into the book. But it's really petrifying when I'm in like a scary scene or I'm really indulging in what's taking place in the book and I forget where I actually am and somebody calls my name. I jump. I'm so engrossed in the book that I can't, I completely lose my thoughts of I'm still here, there's still people in the house, things like that. Anyway, number 3 is, do you prefer to read one book at a time or several at once? Definitely several at once. I have a hard time. I just find that it takes me forever to get through a book when I'm just reading the one. So I like to have my options open. But I always make sure if I have like 2 books on the go or 3 that I stick with those. I don't start a 4th one. I finish one of the 3 before I'll pick up another one. Number 4 is, what is your favorite genre? That, of course, is fantasy. I love fantasy, and I think it's because of the fact that I know that I'm probably not in my lifetime going to go to another planet. I know that I'm not going to end up in a parallel universe or end up in a parallel Earth with different things taking place. So I like reading fantasy. I get to go somewhere different. But I do like reading contemporary, but favorite genre is fantasy. Number 5 is, what genre will you not read? And that is a no-brainer. I do not want to read erotica whatsoever. Number 6 is, do you have a favorite book? And the answer is no. I have favorite books. I can't pick which ones. Usually my favorite one is whatever I've currently finished and I've enjoyed, but I don't really say, oh, this is my all-time favorite book. It's more like, oh, this is one of my favorite books, because I've got tons of them. Number 7 is, what is the worst book you ever read? Currently, there are only 3 books on this page of worst book ever, and this is just personally, it was not for me, it may be for others, but it was The Rose and the Beast by Francisca Leah Block. I can't even show it to you guys because I don't even have it anymore. I didn't like it and I got rid of it. Number 8 is, what is the biggest book you've ever read? I can show you guys this one. I actually finished reading this last month, and that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. This weighs in at 552 pages. So it's not that small of a book, and it's not that large of a book either, but it's encouraged me to pick up some bigger sized books. Number 9 is, what was the last book you bought? And this is actually earlier today. I was buying 2 other books for someone else, and to get the free shipping, I needed a few more dollars in my cart, so I bought this one, and it's one that I absolutely cannot wait to read. It is called Roses by G.R. Manning, and Rose Manning is actually a booktuber here on YouTube. I found out about her a couple weeks ago, and I found out about this book, and I'm so excited to get it. It sounds really interesting. It's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. And guys, go somewhere, search this book, and look at the cover. The cover is, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, guys. Go and look at it and then come back and tell me what you think of the cover. I think it is absolutely beautiful. Number 10 is, which do you prefer, library books or buying books? And for me personally, library books. No, wait, hold on, cut, hold on, alright. Which do you prefer, library books or buying books? Buying books. I like to buy my own books and have them on my shelf. I love being able to browse and see the different varieties of covers and then pick the one that's right for me that I really enjoy. So, buying books. Number 11 is, what are you reading now? And I'm only going to show you the one that I was reading right before I filmed this, and that is My Invisible Boyfriend by Susie Day. I'm not really going to go into it. The best thing about this book is the cover. Now, one thing that I've realized with reading through this is the fact that this cover is not actually portraying the story very accurately. But you take the dust jacket off and you've got a really lovely artwork on the cover. And if I was one of those ones that if I don't like a book, I'd keep it for the cover, this would be one of those books, but I don't really do that. So there you go. That is the last question of the tag. I'm going to tag 3 people. The first is The Gwendolyn Reading Method. The second is Kaylee from BooksforMKs, and the third is going to be TJTaylors. I hope you guys have fun with this tag. I hope you enjoyed my answers, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, go and pick up a random book and read.